second Fortnight check-in. Alright, now let's do this. How's everyone doing? Let me know. Down below or DM me. As always, you know the drill. Some of you might know I'm currently in the process of doing Sober October. 2 days ago, I went with my family to visit my sister in her new house, which y'all will see next week's video. But yeah, doing that kind of tested my will, I guess, to do Sober October. Came to a number of realizations, which I'm not going to talk about. I want to be able to collect all my thoughts in one video at the end of it all. So aside from that, my sleep schedule is still fucked. I don't know why I'm so tired. I've slept for more than 12 hours already. This week around, I don't know if I'm more so towards the positivity side of all things. Well, I'm feeling this. I think I've always felt this kind of buried deep down, but from time to time it surfaces. This feeling of not wanting to die, but also not wanting to live. I've seen on TikTok, as y'all probably doing the same thing. We trust TikTok more than anything. That is a very clear sign of depression, which I'm not surprised about. Because I think I've known for a long time, just never really could do anything about it, help-wise, if you know what I mean. So going out to see my sister in a new house was definitely kind of like a much-needed little trip. Felt like a vacation, but also not, but also yes. I don't know. It was lovely to be able to have seen her and spend some time. And also, she got me. I requested for a bottle when she was traveling to Australia. She just came back, I think, last week. At first, I was like, just get me one. Mine from New Zealand back then was kind of like all disgusting now. And I've been wanting one that can hold the heat or coldness. Just never really been able to find one that I really like until this. So I told her, just get me one with a straw. And it's this brand by Frank Green. I wanted the 1 liter one, so she got me that with the straw tip. So really good buddies. This is my favorite procession of all time now. Where are we going with this? I guess we're just chatting up at this point. Woo. Yeah, went up to see her and then I did some we spent a little time together and then went shopping for a very special occasion coming up in the next few months. Anyway, now jumping into life general thing. I guess not much has changed because it's only been 2 weeks. It's a never-ending fight of ups and downs, and I guess that is life. Recently I've been, you know how people always tell you to breathe when you're going through something, say if it's a panic attack or any sort of intense emotions at all. They tell you to breathe through it. I never understood what that meant until recently. I've learned my way through it, and for a long time I didn't feel safe to grieve. Like people that know me in real life, like my brother, he knows me really well. He actually was the one that pointed it out. You probably don't feel safe to let anything out, which is actually very sad, but I still don't. I know that if I keep suppressing, it's only gonna get worse. So now what I do, to the best of my ability, is come in, I just be like, okay, it's okay to feel them. I know you don't feel safe, but it is okay to feel them. And then I tell myself, now, and stay up there for a few moments and breathe out. Do as many times as you need to. I hope that was helpful. Let me know any life updates that's going on in your life. I think a few weeks, maybe 2 weeks before this, I had posted something on Instagram, doing kind of film myself a lot, so I get to kind of look back to moments, any moments at all, and be like, that was how I kind of did that. I'll plop it up here if you go follow me if you wanna. Vibe behind the cartoon music. For some reason that clip did something to me. When I saw it, I was like, I'm so proud of you. Still trying my best to have the best moments, you know, like vibing out in the car and trying to still feel this positive emotions. I've never said anything like this to myself. I'm just not a person that would ever say that I'm proud of myself. Ever, let alone when it comes to grief. So with that, I will read you guys what I kind of did on my stories. This is how it looks. Very long. I'm just gonna read through it for y'all. Put it up here. I'm actually so proud of myself. In all honesty, just felt like sharing. So Rihanna, how do you feel like? Haven't gotten far emotionally with everything, but realistically, I think that's about right. No idea how long that take, although it's probably not gonna be in the near future, I presume. That's given that I'm still around. Here's a few of the many whys. I've been alone and am alone in this thing that gnaws at my heart. The support system that was supposed to be there just ain't. No one is. People whom I thought were family and treated as such when it really mattered, none showed up. Some of which are the added list of reasons to my why you shouldn't be here no more, which is really sad. I feel so isolated in all I'm going through. I could die. Feeling all there is in me while protesting to crumble, so much so, I wish for my life be taken and gifted to one who still so very much has the spark to life. Everything I saw bore a cue for me to take my life as of more than 12 hours back. Fought battles against the execution of my suicide plans time and time again, although each time they get more unbearable. Missing you every second that I get when my mind is not too distracted by all that I try to do so with. Wishing that I could just see, reach, hug, talk, kiss, feel, hold you again, all just to realize over and over that I'll never be able to do that in this lifetime. Just once more. Reach out to everyone I know for help only to be dismissed, as though it's just another thing I gotta soldier through, shrugged it off, insinuated I should just get over it, or simply look for someone else for help. I have no one. Never in a million years would I ever have reached out to any of you if I had anyone. If I did, I wouldn't have. After all, as of this second, I am still here, alive. Showing up every day when all I want to do is rot in the fields, getting up for myself, sharing it all with the hope it may perhaps help someone else. And most of all, I somehow still have a heart, seeing that I refuse to let anything take that away, till the end of time. And above it all, a grateful heart I have by a miracle, with no telling that when that change, any second now. Yeah. Seeing this, not gonna lie, it hurts to read this, but in a very weird way, is very comforting. And one more thing that I saw that resonated a lot with me was this. I'll plop it up here again. Never in my life have I felt so happy and so exhausted, so into it and so over it, so beautiful and so worse for wear, so alive and so tired, so organized and so unorganized, so on the front foot and so on the back foot, so hopeful and so unsure, so visionary and so withdrawn, so extroverted and so introverted, so brave and so afraid, so bold and so timid, so in love and so out of my depth, so abundant and so fickle, so confident and so crazy, so purposeful and so aimless, so intentional and so go with the flow. That resonated in a very crazy way. That's all I'm gonna say. I think some of you might be able to relate to that as well. One more thing that made a lot of sense to see, but I'm also still afraid of it. It says you can only be truly free if you're not afraid to lose your mind. Makes a lot of sense. It's just like, oh, right. But no, that is all I'll have to share this week around, and it is your turn to share. As always, love y'all with all my heart. Cheeky cheeks. I'll see you next week.